Hi there, today I will be painting Genesis chapter 2. So before we dive in, I'm not going to read all of Genesis chapter 2. You can go ahead and read it for yourself if you want the full text. I want to dive into what the story is really saying and what it shows us about who we are as humans. Genesis 2 zooms in much more personal than Genesis chapter 1. So if we take a look at Genesis chapter 2 verse 7, then the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground. Let's just pause here. Some of these words are Hebrew and they are really cool once you break them down. So the word Ha-Adam literally means the human. It's not a personal name yet, it's just human being. And it comes from Adamah, which means ground or earth. So right away, the text is saying humans are connected to the earth, our bodies, earth-made, fragile, and very temporary. Then God breathes life into him and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. That breath is Neshama, the soul, the divine spark, the part of us that only God can give us. So together, Adamah and Neshama are like a tag team, body and soul. Earth and God, flesh and life. That's humanity, grounded and divine at the same time. It's pretty wild when you think about it, right? So then God places Adam in a garden. Now, the Lord God planted a garden in Eden. So Eden wasn't just a nice place. It represented order and harmony and a space where humans live in alignment with God, with creation, and with themselves. So right in the middle of the garden were two trees. So the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now, this is where a lot of people ask, why would God even put that tree there at all? Why give humans a chance to mess up like that? I've asked myself that too. And the thing is, the tree wasn't a trap, it was a choice. God wanted humans to have real freedom, real responsibility. Life isn't meant to be a robotic obedience. The tree represents that tension, the fact that humans can trust God or decide for themselves, essentially. It's not about tricking Adam and Eve. It's about showing that love, trust, and relationship can't be forced. They have to be chosen. So the tree is actually part of what makes humans fully human, capable of choice, capable of relationship, capable of real trust. Without it, Adam wouldn't truly be alive in the way God intended. And God said, "You are free to eat from any tree, but not from the tree of knowledge of good and evil." Humans have freedom, but it's not unlimited. That choice brings responsibility. Will we trust God's definition of right and wrong, or try to make our own? Then God brings animals. He brought them to the man to see what he would name them. In Hebrew culture, naming isn't just labeling, it's authority. Humans are given responsibility, not to replace God, but to steward creation, to care for it, to participate, to live in God's order. Then comes the first not good in the Bible. It is not good for man to be alone. This isn't sin, it's loneliness. Humans are made for connection. Relationships aren't optional, they're part of design. So God creates the woman. The Lord God caused the man to fall into a deep sleep and took one of his ribs. She's made not from the ground, she's made from him, equal, corresponding, a partner, not a subordinate. Adam sees her and says, "Bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh." And the chapter ends. They were both naked and they felt no shame. Not just physical, this describes humanity as it was meant to be. No hiding, no fear, no brokenness, fully seen, fully alive, fully present. So what's Genesis 2 really teaching us? Humans are dust, but alive because God gave us life. We have responsibility, not ultimate authority. We are designed for relationship, not isolation. And originally, there was no shame, no separation between God, ourselves, and each other. Even though the rest of the Bible shows humanity getting it wrong, the design is still there, still visible, still calling us back. Genesis 2 isn't just a story about beginnings, it's a blueprint, a reminder, and a challenge to live as humans were meant to live, connected, responsible, and whole. Thank you for watching my painting. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be painting Genesis chapter 3 in my next video. So stay tuned and stay blessed.